Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about mortgage retention and what causes it. So what is a mortgage retention? A mortgage retention occurs when a mortgage lender restricts the borrowing for a mortgage applicant. And they may do this for a number of reasons and not issue the full funds to you at completion stage. So what are the main causes for mortgage retention? There's quite a few to go through. To start, there might be issues with the property's roof. And sadly, if the property were to be repossessed by the lender and sold on, if the roof is damaged or requires extensive work to fix, it only makes sense for the lender to want that to be repaired first before they issue the full funds to the mortgage applicant. Another example is if the property has damp or mold or something like that, maybe asbestos. In these situations, it's very difficult for the mortgage lender to sell the property on if they had to repossess following arrears from the mortgage applicant. What the mortgage lender effectively wants is they want the security to be suitable for the open market if they were to sell it. So by adding a retention to your mortgage, they're holding funds back and they'll only issue the full funds once the property is at a suitable standard again. Another big cause for a mortgage retention to be added to an offer is Japanese knotweed, which has grown in popularity a lot in the last few years or so. We're seeing lots and lots of these cases in mortgage applications. Japanese knotweed is a perennial that is very difficult to treat. And what effectively happens is it continues to grow and it's very strong in terms of the stems in the ground. And it's very difficult, as I say, to treat and to get rid of. It's very expensive to do so as well. So Japanese knotweed can be a big issue. And to be honest, a lot of mortgage lenders, as soon as they see Japanese knotweed at all, they decline the mortgage application. So it's well worth talking to a whole of market broker like Boone Brokers if you have a property that you're after with Japanese knotweed, because there are a few lenders out there, but they're few and far between. So a more common cause for mortgage retention is structural issues for the property. For example, if there's subsidence or heave in the property, and the foundations especially, that will get worse over time. So the mortgage lender, they'll really want you to treat that as soon as possible, and you're more likely to see a larger mortgage retention placed on the conditions of the mortgage offer if you do have any sort of structural issues in the property. Now, what is a mortgage retention survey? A mortgage lender may request that you carry out a mortgage retention survey to highlight exactly what needs to be done and also how much those changes will cost for you as the applicant. They can then obviously issue, as part of the condition of the mortgage offer, a retention to match those changes needed. So what is a 100% retention mortgage? If a mortgage lender issues a retention for 100% of the loan sum, it means they're not issuing a single pound until the work is done on the property that needs doing. You'll normally find 100% retentions issued if there's serious issues for the property. For example, as I say, asbestos is a real concern, structural issues is a big concern, or even the interior of the property if there's issues with the heating, as I say, central heating, gas that needs to be addressed immediately, perhaps for health and safety reasons. There's lots of reasons that can cause a 100% retention. The lender is not happy with the property until all of that work is fixed. Normally in these situations, if you're buying a property, you would say to your vendor, look, you need to fix this work, you need to fix this property first before we complete. So which mortgage lenders are likely to offer retentions on their offer letters? It used to be a big thing of the past in the early 2000s where most mortgage lenders would issue retentions if the property wasn't quite suitable enough. Nowadays, retentions are quite rare and mortgage lenders will normally just issue a flat decline of the property if it doesn't meet their lending criteria. A lot of the time now, retentions cause a lot of extra admin issues for lenders to process, and they'd rather just flat out decline it than issue a retention and then keep monitoring that as the property becomes more and more suitable. What you may find is with smaller lenders like building societies, they may still offer retentions, but as I say, your whole of market mortgage broker will let you know. So at what stage in the mortgage process will you become aware of the retention placed on your mortgage offer? So how the process works is after the full mortgage application, the lender will instruct their own surveyor to come and see the property. They'll either do a physical valuation or a desktop drive-by valuation, which is all online. If they do a physical valuation, which is far more likely, they'll have a surveyor come out and see the property, and at that point, they'll assess whether the property is suitable for the lender's mortgage criteria. If it's not suitable, at that point, that's when the surveyor will advise the lender issue a retention on the property and retain some of the funds on completion. But you'll probably be notified at the valuation stage of the process. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed and you want to learn more about retentions on mortgages, read the blog below. Click subscribe as well and like the video if you enjoyed it. If you want to inquire for mortgage advice, go on our website and inquire on the Contact Us section. Our fee-free whole-of-market directly authorised brokers would be more than happy to help.